Hey guys, greetings from Greece. Sorry for the 5-minute late start. As per usual, technology malfunctioned, as always is the case every time I go to do a live stream. So anyway, today what I wanted to talk to you all about is promoting events and getting more ticket sales. Yeah, I've got a lot of clients who do sort of retreats, or event planners, yeah, wedding events, fitness events, day retreats, weekend retreats, residential retreats. Yeah, so one of the ways to get the word out there to your target audience is to set up a Facebook event and sell your tickets through the Facebook event, yeah, and running ads direct to a Facebook event page is very cheap. If you were running that straight to your ticket sales, the cost per click would probably be maybe £1, £2 per click through to the actual ticket sales page. That's not always going to guarantee you the sale on the first click, yeah? Whereas if you want to do the Facebook event, engagement ads are really cheap. You're looking at anything from 1p per engagement up to about £1 maximum. The more people that engage with your actual event, yeah, so the more interactive you are inside the event, the cheaper the Facebook ad costs will be, yeah. I've recently ran a couple which were, I think they were about 5p per engagement. And Facebook has very kindly added some tools where you can retarget people who have interacted with your event page to buy tickets off you, yeah? So people, I do this, I'm guilty of this. I sit on Facebook, scrolling through Facebook, I'll see an event advertised and I'll think, oh, I quite fancy that. So I'll click on the interested button because I know Facebook, the day before the event, will send me a reminder to say this event is on. Obviously, if you're selling tickets to your actual event and want to make money from it, you want to know who has said they are interested in this event a lot longer than 24 hours before that notification goes out to that person, yeah? So you want to then do some sort of retargeting campaign to the people who have said they are either interested or going to the event to tell them to buy a ticket, yeah? So back in 6 months ago or whatever, you ran a Facebook event and you put in maybe a link to Eventbrite. If you were selling your tickets on Eventbrite, you are just hoping and praying that that person will go buy a ticket. You have no idea who looked at the event, what action they've taken, or if they've even clicked through to your ticket page. Yeah, so Facebook's dropped in all of these tools recently. So I wanted to talk you through all of this, as I know I've got quite a lot of followers who do run events and events management. Oh, God, that was a right mouthful. And I'm absolutely boiling because it's roasting here today. And I've had to turn the aircon off because it makes a right racket. So first of all, to run your event, you need to set the event up on your actual business page. So in true Blue Peter style, I have created one earlier. So I'm going to just hop over to that. So to find events on your business page, put your business page on the left-hand side. It is located here. So we'll click through to that. Computer wakes up. So here we go. This is the one I've created as a little tester. Yeah. So I'm just going to click through to the actual event. Okay, so this is one I've set up earlier just for a demonstration. Yeah. So I've got a new Facebook Ads Mastery program which talks you through the entire process of Facebook advertising, from tracking pixels, creating custom conversions, tracking conversions from your ad campaigns, We look at video marketing. We look at how to set up tracking pixels on your website. We also look at how to create a funnel. We look at how to build a sales funnel. And we also look at a little bit at e-commerce and messenger bots. Now, I have got a little offer for you on the Facebook Ads Mastery Program with a 50% discount code, which runs out tomorrow, which is Monday, the 2nd of July. Yeah, so I'll tell you about that at the end. So I've set up this event to my Facebook Ads Mastery Program, yeah, and randomly invited some of my followers. So as you can see, on the right-hand side, you can now get a lot of stats from your events. So you can see there, 2 people have actually clicked on my ticket sales link already. I've probably set this up maybe about half an hour ago. This in the last 30 minutes, because I've set the Facebook ad up to show you as well. And I've already had 3 responses in the last half an hour. Yeah. So as we all know, people are rubbish at buying things. Yeah. So if you say, oh, this is the event and this is where you buy the tickets, they'll probably go and look at the event page on whether it's your website or Eventbrite, but they'll probably not buy it the first time they look at it. Yeah. So this is what I want to talk you through today to stop you from losing revenue in your events. Okay. So like I said, you have to set this one up on your business page, especially if you want to get all of the insights, which are these nice coloured boxes over here. Yeah. And this is also telling me that 24% of my reach are women. Okay, so when you set your event up, you need to put your ticket link in. Yeah. So if that's on your website, just put the URL of the sales page of your website. If you're using something like Eventbrite, put the Eventbrite link in. Eventbrite now allow you to put the Facebook tracking pixel in, so you can actually track conversions from your ad campaign to Eventbrite now. Yeah, I'll talk through that in a little bit more detail shortly. So you just set your event up as normal, but just make sure when you do the setup that you've got this ticket link in. Okay. So yeah, we've got somebody here who's interested in going, Emma Brown. I'll just put the itinerary in and whatnot. Yeah, so just put in a little bit about your event. Make sure you keep popping in and engaging with people if they're making any comments. If you've got if you're trying to sort of drip feed any content related to the event, yeah, just make sure you keep engaging with the people on your event page. Yeah, this will grow your reach as well. Okay, so that is the event that I've created. So on your Facebook page, on the left-hand side, click on events, create event, add your ticket link, yeah, no matter where you've hosted it. Right, that is that bit. So we are going to hop over to the adverts manager. I've got a very sticky trackpad on my Mac. Keeps sticking the space bars. Okay, so I'll just go through to a different account. Okay, so I've created an ad campaign to this event that I've set up. Yeah. So I've just set this up so I can show you the custom audiences bit. Okay, I'm going to talk you through this bit from scratch. So you can set an engagement ad up straight to that event page. To do that, you would go to this green button, create. Super fast Greek internet. And click on the engagement type. Just start again. Engagement. So down the bottom here, you've got post engagement, page likes, and event responses. Okay, so this is very similar to boosting a post, but you've got a lot more control over it. So we're going to click on would like event responses from this ad campaign as the objective. We'll go and click on continue. Events will only be seen in the Facebook news feed, so you can't show them on Instagram. I think they are rolling out an update so they can be seen on Instagram, but I've not seen it dropping into any of my ads accounts yet. Okay, so just keep your eyes peeled for that one. So if you've got people that have got previous events and you've got them on a custom audience or a lookalike audience, use that. If you want to advertise from scratch to a new audience, we'll talk you quickly through some demographics. Okay, so we'll pretend it is some sort of fitness masterclass, seeing as fitness is my speciality. So I'm going to have a dummy event in Newcastle upon Tyne. It is open to the general public and it'll predominantly be women. Then I would say it would be women 25 plus who are interested in fitness. So I would then go through all of the fitness related interest groups. As fitness, there are bazillions of them. Yeah, so people who are interested in Zumba, dance, and so on and so on. Yeah. So before you start, create a list of the people you want to target. Yeah, you might have a few different sort of target demographics. It's fine to split your ad campaign into 2 or 3 ad campaigns to target different audiences. Yeah, to see which one converts the best. That's entirely up to you and how much budget you've got to spend promoting your actual event. Okay. So I always say this to every client that I've got before I start. Write down, where are your target audience? What is the radius that you want to go out from wherever your starting point is? So say this event was going to be hosted at Northumbria University Sports Central. Just pluck that off the top of my head. You would then say that is in the, I think that's in the NE6 postal code area, possibly, I'm not quite sure. But if that was in the NE6 postcode area, I would change that, because obviously 40 kilometres is a long way for somebody to drive to come to a fitness event. And as you can see, NE6 does not exist. So if you wanted to narrow your target area down, add locations in bulk, select on addresses, okay, and I would put in a street name somewhere near Northumbria University, because I don't know if that will actually come up. So I'll put I'll just put Northumberland Street, Newcastle. My brain's not working. Match locations. And for some reason that does not like the one in Newcastle, so I'll cancel that one. Add locations in bulk. I'll think of another street address in Newcastle. Granger Street, Newcastle. Match. Oh, still doesn't like them. Doesn't like Newcastle for some reason. Add locations in bulk. Might work better. There we go. So that is picked up Clayton Street, Newcastle. Okay. So add one location. Now, if I just put Newcastle, that would say that the radius, the minimum radius around Newcastle would be 17 kilometres. If you've got something quite localised where you think nobody's going to travel from 17 kilometres, if you use that add locations in bulk, it will narrow the target area down. Yeah. So as you can see, you can get down to 1 kilometre of that one. Okay. So if you want something quite sort of localised, make sure you narrow your target audience under that 17 kilometres, otherwise you're going to be wasting ad spend money. I know this through my fitness company back in the UK. My business is located in Bilkey, which is right on the edge of the River Tyne. If I put anything over 1 kilometre of Bilkey, I'm going into Walker, Wallsend. There's a big river in between Bilkey and Wallsend. There is no bridge for about 5 miles. So I know not one single person from Wallsend is going to get in their car and drive to my Zumba class when they can see me from the window, yeah, unless I've got a boat. So I'm very conscious that I got to narrow the target audience down to a very small area and just keep adding to my target area with streets around where I live, yeah. So just be aware of your target sort of demographic area. Don't spread your net too wide if you think nobody is going to attend your event from that far out. Okay, that's that. So then you would just put in your age, your sex, men, women, whatnot, the interests, yeah. So if you were, who shall I pick on? I've got a girl who does Pilates events. Yeah, so she would be looking for people who were interested in fitness, Pilates. Yeah, a little tip I always give coaching clients is if you've got a topic du jour, yeah, so whatever you are teaching or whatever your event's about, yeah, there will be books on Amazon which are in the bestsellers list related to that subject, yeah. So for instance, Pilates. If I went over to Amazon now and looked in books about Pilates, there will be bestsellers on that topic. So Pilates, yoga, mindfulness, meditation, yeah. So just have a look, write down who the authors of those books are, because people who are interested in the subject that you are teaching will be interested in those people who are top of the chain in that subject, yeah. So think what your topic is, have a look on Amazon, who are the top, maybe top 3 bestsellers, type the author's name in to here. So I'll just say Enid Blyton for a random reason. She's an author, yeah. So there is an interest topic from Enid Blyton. All of the sort of big name authors, yeah, they will have interest groups. If the Facebook interest group's over about 10,000 people, they will probably show up as an interest, yeah. So that's just a little tip there, one of my top secret tips for interest targeting, yeah. So then if you thought this target area or this target audience is too big, yeah, you can narrow your audience down. So for instance, we'll go with Nikki's Pilates company. So Joseph Pilates, will probably follow him. Yeah, so as I build this up, the audience will get bigger and bigger. So if I put in meditation, that's probably a lot of people. Yeah, it doesn't say it keeps on going up and up, but I've just got a small target area, and that's why the numbers are quite low. Yeah, as you can see, that's double the numbers, going out 3 kilometers. So I would put in yoga. Hello, yoga. Yeah, so you pick all of the yoga related topics, yeah, so vinyasa. I can't remember all of the yoga names off the top of my head, but you would just put all of the different names of the yoga styles, yeah. And as you can see, the numbers are getting bigger and bigger across to the right. So you might not want to target that vast a range of people. I would say keep your numbers under 6 figures, yeah. Once you get over 1 million people, and if you have a very small ads budget, it takes a long time for your ad budget to get to those 1 million people, yeah. So the smaller your target audience is, the quicker the ad campaigns will be seen by these people, yeah. This is why I always say try to split your ad campaigns into separate sort of demographic groups, so you can see which ones are converting better, and you will reach your target audience faster, and your ad campaign will be a bit more specific to those different demographics. God, what a mouthful. Yeah, but if your numbers will say over 1 million, yeah, so if I put in general fitness, for instance, that'll start to take it up quite a lot. La 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 la. Just grab one of these for an example. So the numbers have started to creep up a little bit. I don't know what Facebook's playing at, because it's saying that there's no extra people in those interest groups when I know there is. But if your interest group was too big, you could narrow that audience down, yeah? So I could pick on these people who are interested in fitness, yoga, Pilates and whatnot, but I could then look for the people who are following all of these big, well-known sort of writers, celebrities who endorse Pilates and yoga brands, yoga brand clothing, yeah? So you know then that these people are highly interested in your subject because they're buying the books, they're buying the clothes, and so on, yeah? So you're building a bit of a profile of your sort of ideal audience. So I would be narrowing this down. I'll just pick on some sort of fitness branded clothing. Lululemon might come up. Lululemon. Yeah. Yeah. So as you can see, in the Newcastle area, of all of the people who are interested in fitness, yoga, Pilates, Zumba and whatnot, there's only 1,500 people who actually like Lululemon Athletica. Yeah. So you can narrow your audience down to fit your ideal audience. Yeah. So you put the general interests in here, then you start to fill in a narrower interest group, yeah, and funnel them in, if that all makes sense. So general interests first, then interests that you know are a bit more specific to the people that you want to come to your event. Ooh, what a mouthful. Okay, so that's all of that. We'll just click on edit placements. Yeah, that's fine. It's just going to show up on Facebook newsfeed. You set your daily budget. It's up to you how much you want to spend, but think about how much you're spending versus how much the ticket value is. So if you're selling something where a ticket sale to you is worth £1,000, yeah, if you're converting that ticket sale at £100 per sale, you're still making a profit. Yeah, so just have a look at how much your tickets are and how much profit you'll make to decide how much you want to spend per day. Okay, so we're optimizing for event responses. That just means Facebook is going to charge you every time there is an event response. We'll continue. So put a snazzy image in to attract the eye. If you're promoting to a female, nice bright colours, so pink, hot pink, bright purple, yellow, lemon, lime green. If it's a more male orientated audience, I would say colours like dark purple, black, red, and so on. Yeah. So just create an image that will attract the eye as it's scrolling through the Facebook newsfeed. If you're not very good with graphic design, like me, I absolutely hate creating graphics. I do recommend you just use something like canva.com or Stencil if you're a little bit more graphically artistic. Is that a word? Yeah. Okay, so Facebook is saying across this site, this is what size image you need. And if you go into canva.com, they have actually got templates set up for Facebook event covers, so they'll fit perfectly. So we'll just grab something out of my library. This one will do. Also, just make sure you've got less than 20% text on the actual image, or Facebook will decline the ad campaign, or they'll say you can run this ad campaign, but you will have a reduced reach. Okay, so just put whatever your event relates to in here. So add some interesting text here. Then click in here and search for your event. Yeah, so these are loads of events that obviously I manage a lot of Facebook pages within my business. So these are all events which aren't all mine, but I'll just grab that one. Okay, so that is pulled off that Facebook Ads Mastery Program event, yeah, and it's already auto-populated the first line within the inside of the event in the event details. So obviously that doesn't fit because it says week 1, setting up Facebook pixels and standard event tracking, week 2, and full stop. So just put in there a paragraph relating to the actual event. Don't have to make it very long-winded. I find, especially if you're advertising to the general public, the eyes will glaze over and switch off with the long chain sort of sales form or sales copy. Very short, sharp, and to the point. So this is the event, this is what's going to happen at the event, this is when it's on, this is how you buy a ticket, and so on. Yeah. So then we'll just click on confirm. God knows what that error message means. So you just click on confirm, that will go to Facebook, and Facebook will send you a notification to your inbox to say your ad campaign's been approved. Fingers crossed it doesn't get declined. So that is that. Now we want to know from this ad campaign what action people are actually taking on your event. Okay, so here is all of the magic. We're going to go to audiences. We're going to click on audiences. So I would like to leave this page. Okay, so we'll just create an audience. So custom audience, and I'll show you what all of the different options are. Okay, and it is in engagement and event. And as you can see, it's got a little new sign next to it. So you get this little pop-up. Just click that over to my page. Okay, so include people who meet any of the following criteria or all of the following criteria. So that is up to you what you want to find out of what engagement you've had from the event. Yeah, I would say you would be wanting to know who has listed that they're interested of going. Yeah, if they've said they're not interested, well, they're of no interest to you basically. Yeah, so as you can see, you've got all of these options. So I'll talk you through them all. People who responded going or interested, these are the guys you want to retarget. People who have responded going, you could retarget these guys to make sure they bought a ticket, yeah? So you will know yourself from how many ticket sales you've got to how many people have responded that they're going. If them numbers don't match up, it's worth doing a retargeting campaign, yeah? People who have responded interested, that you would definitely want to retarget them. People who have visited the event page but they took no action, probably wouldn't bother with them. People who have engaged, so that means that these are people who are making sort of liking your post within the event. So this is why I said make sure you're engaging within the event. So these people are quite highly interested because they're commenting, they're liking, they're sharing your posts, and so on. People who have engaged with tickets, so you know these guys have looked at the ticket sales but may not have bought it. People who have purchased tickets, we're not bothered about them because they've already bought them, but we can run ad campaigns and I forgot the word I was looking for. We can run an ad campaign and not include the people who have purchased tickets, yeah? So we still need to create a custom audience of people who've created I can't speak, the people who have purchased tickets, so we can disclude them, that's the word I was looking for, disclude them in the next ad campaign. Yeah, so it's always worth pulling that off. People who had the intention of purchasing tickets, well, what sort of internet magic is that? How does Facebook know that people had the intention of purchasing tickets but didn't? Again, that was probably worth pulling off, because Facebook will be saying to you, these guys have visited your ticket sales page, but they haven't purchased. Okay, so all these different ways to retarget people. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to create these. So we'll click on the first one, people who responded going or interested. So they want to go to the event or they are interested in the event. That does not necessarily mean they'll buy a ticket. Yeah, I have numerous people, when I create events, say they're interested in going, but they never actually book on the course. Yeah, hopefully they're not listening, or if they are, they will go ahead and book on the course. So we're going to go and pull that Ads Mastery program up. Yeah, so that's already saying to me you've had 3 responses. Okay, so I want to then create a custom audience. So interested, going, Ads Mastery program. Okay, so this little box up here, all this means is when Facebook creates the custom audience, you can use that custom audience for the next 365 days. So from the day they drop into that custom audience, or if you were running a campaign from today and a person said they were interested, they will stay in that custom audience file for 365 days. Yeah, each subsequent person, or each I can't even say that bloody word, subsequent day, they will stay in for 365 days. Okay, so you've got a year to use these guys for retargeting campaigns. Yeah, so if, say, you were running future events and you had people who were interested in your first event, you could retarget them to the next event, and so on. Okay, so we'll just create that audience, and Facebook will probably tell us that the audience is too small just now. Okay, done. Then we'll just go back and have a look at one of the other ones. Event. So we'll go down to one of these ticket ones. So people who had the intention of purchasing tickets, yeah. We'll have a look at this one, see what Facebook tells us. Nice one, Facebook. There are no events associated with this page. I've just used it. So all you would do in there, obviously Facebook is being lame, you would put in the name of the event and select that one, yeah, and say people who, call it something like people who had the intention of purchasing a ticket. Okay, and I'll just quickly look at people who have engaged with tickets. No, Facebook is not liking me at the moment. Okay, so that would be the same. So I would be retargeting people who have said they're going or interested. Yeah, I would also retarget people who have engaged with the ticket page. Okay, obviously Facebook isn't letting us do that because I've just set that event up just before this call, so there's probably nobody clicked through to the ticket sales page as yet. Okay, so just bear that in mind. So what we would do next is create a retargeting campaign. Okay, I'm just going to quickly show you something else before we go on to that. People who have purchased tickets, if you clicked on there, select the event. Obviously nobody's bought a ticket for my event yet because I've just created it. If you put in there and create a custom audience of people who've already purchased the tickets, then we'll use that custom audience to exclude them from the next ad campaign. Okay, now for the next portion of your ad campaign, you will need to get your head around Facebook tracking pixels. Like I said, Facebook Ads Mastery Program. That is the very first lesson that we actually cover. Okay, so if you're wanting to get on the Facebook Ads Mastery Program, which starts this week, that is one of the first lessons we cover, is tracking conversions and creating Facebook pixels, because it is brain frying. Yeah, I get it out of the way first. So if you haven't got a clue about creating pixels to track conversions, book on the next Facebook Ads Mastery Program and I'll give you the discount code at the end. Okay, so we're going to create a new ad campaign to ticket sales. Okay, so we'll hop back over to Ads Manager. God, I'm melting with this laptop on my legs. We will create a new campaign and we would use the conversions style, because we want to know how much we're spending on this ad campaign and how much it's actually costing to gain the ticket sales. So again, you need to get your head around setting up tracking pixels and event codes. All that means is you will tell Facebook, I want to know how many people have purchased a ticket on my website, for instance. Okay, to do that, you need to understand pixels and standard events. And again, like I said, it's covered in the Ads Mastery programs. So we will just continue. I'll just whiz through all of the setup because we've already covered that bit. Yeah, so this tell me, because this is a dummy account I just created earlier, create a pixel. So to track the conversions, I would need a pixel on the actual ticket sales page. Yeah. Again, if you're using Eventbrite allow you to slot in the Facebook tracking pixel, but you will have to put in the amended code that tells them that somebody has purchased a ticket. Yeah. Again, if you're going to hop onto the Ads Mastery program and you want to know how to do that, I'll throw that into the pixels lesson on the first lesson. Okay, so you would just pull off your custom audience. Yeah, so interested in going. Obviously, we just set this up before we started, so the file will be too small. But as you can see underneath, I can exclude people. Yeah, so we could then exclude the custom audience that I couldn't create, exclude the people who have already purchased a ticket. Yeah, so this ad campaign isn't going to be seen by the people who purchased a ticket, thus saving you wasted ad spend. Okay, so this is just going to be seen by the people who have said they're interested in going to your actual event. Yeah, so you don't need to go through any of those demographics again. Now, placements. Depending on your target audience, I'll just talk you through some of this mumbo jumbo as well. So, depending on your target audience, you know where they are lurking, whether it be Facebook or Instagram. Yeah, but there are some parts of the targeting options which I do cover in more detail on that Ads Mastery program. Some of them are wasted ad spend. Yeah, Instant Articles is a blogging platform within Facebook, a bit like the old Write a Note that Facebook used to have. The chances of, especially the general public, chances of your target audience being on Instant Articles, reading articles, is probably pretty slim. So I would get rid of that. Right column, that's up to you. Instagram, again, if you think you are going to get sales from your Instagram, leave that set up. Now, I'll just talk you through Audience Network because it's a bit bizarre. Audience Network, click-throughs on Audience Network are very cheap. Conversions are crap. Yeah, Audience Network, sorry about the language, Audience Network is third-party websites that Facebook buy ad space from. Your ad campaigns can be seen on any website that they decide to show your ad campaign on. Yeah, so that could be anything to do with guns, religion, politics, something that's not even related to your topic. Yeah, so say you are selling fitness programs, it might be on some sort of website that had no relation to people who would come to a fitness event. Yeah, so unless it was something like fashion brands, makeup, other fitness apparel, yeah, the chances of your target audience actually being on these third-party websites, very, very slim, yeah, and you've got no control over them unless you say to Facebook, I do not want my ad campaigns to be seen on this website, and you would have to create a file, a CSV file yourself, of what websites you don't want your ad campaign to be seen on. That is a pain in the backside. Who wants to do that, or who even has the time to research 20 gazillion domain names, yeah? So get rid of that. Okay, so you would just put in how much you wanted to spend to generate ticket sales. So again, think about how much the ticket sale is worth to you, yeah? Especially if you're actually selling, say we'll go back to Nikki, who's got the Pilates events. I think, I'm not entirely certain, but I would imagine at a fitness event, Nikki will also sell her Pilates equipment, like prickly balls, yoga mats, yeah? She might sell yoga clothing, Pilates clothing, smoothies, healthy food, yeah? Think not only how much is the ticket sale worth, but onward sales from that moment, yeah? So it might cost you £15 to get a sale of £20 for a ticket, but then that person might come and upsell to your next program, to your next more expensive retreat. They might buy a month's supply of protein shake off you. They might buy some fitness clothing. They might start to do a regular class that you host, and so on, yeah? So think as well about the upsell that you've got once you get these people through the doors to your event. Okay, conversions, I will click that over to 1 day after clicking or viewing. And keep everything else the same, continue. Okay, so you just set everything up as normal. So I would use the same image so people recognize it. And you would just run that to your website or Eventbrite if your ticket sales are on Eventbrite. Again, just say something, because these guys have already looked at your event, I would make this a bit more personal and say, hey there, I noticed you said you were interested in said event. Ticket sales are going like hotcakes, or there's only 10 tickets left, or ticket sales expire tomorrow, or whatever, yeah? So I would possibly make it time sensitive or quantity sensitive, yeah? Give a little bit of scarcity to make them book straight away, yeah? Try and reduce lost sales. So put in the website that you want the ad campaign to go to, put in your call to action, which I would say would be book now, which is down here, yes, book now. Put in headline, so something like ticket sales going fast for Nikki's Pilates retreat, for instance, yeah. And just scroll up, and that is all of that. Then, if you've put the correct tracking pixel in place, I can't iterate enough how much you need to get your head around tracking pixels and conversion events, yeah? You need to be tracking your ad spend against revenue. If you're just throwing money into a pot and saying, right, Facebook, here's £500, and you are not tracking the sales from that £500, you are wasting your ad spend, yeah? So you really need to get your head around building tracking pixels, okay? So I'll just go over that again. You set up the event, make sure your ticket sales link is in. You go to custom audience, create a custom audience, create custom audiences of the events you want to track, whether it be people who are interested or going. I would definitely disclude the people who've already purchased a ticket, so you need to create the file for that. Next, you need to create a conversion ad campaign to run it to your actual physical ticket sales, yeah? So this way, in this little cycle, you're reducing lost revenue from lost ticket sales. And as we all know, people are dim. I cannot say this enough. If you run an ad campaign or a boosted post once, somebody reads it once, they will take absolutely zero action. The human brain needs to see something at least about 20 times before it actually sinks into the brain that they actually need to buy this thing. Yeah, so the more you're in front of people, the better. Okay, so that is enough about events. If you've got any questions, feel free to either drop it in my Facebook group or drop it in the event there, or pop onto the live stream and ask any question you fancy. Yeah, I'm around for the rest of the evening, so I'm quite happy to answer any questions. Now, if you want to book on the Facebook Ads Mastery Mastermind, I've got a 50% off code which expires tomorrow. Yeah, it's normally £300. It is an 8-week course. In this 8-week course, we literally take you from having absolutely bottle knowledge of Facebook advertising to becoming an absolute Facebook ads genius. Yeah, we will walk you through, or I will, from the very beginning, from setting up Facebook tracking pixels, how to build custom audiences, how to target your audience correctly, how to create sales funnels to grow your email list and collect telephone numbers, and how to get around the GDPR stuff. Yeah, we'll then go into how to build an ads funnel system suited to your business. We also cover how to build messenger bots to get people to interact with you on Messenger, yeah, which is a lot more instant than going through your sales funnel. We also cover e-commerce if you've got an e-commerce brand, yeah, for e-commerce sales. So that is an 8-week course. It's normally £300. Get 50% off until tomorrow, okay? Course starts at 2 o'clock on Wednesday afternoon, UK time. I do record all of the calls, so if you can't make the live stream training, you do get access to the replay. Yeah, you've got a Facebook group where you can pop in and ask any question, and you do also get lifetime support from me on your Facebook ad campaigns. Yeah, so at any time, if you have any problems with your ad campaigns, you can just pop on, reach out to me, ask a question. I'll have a look at your ad campaign. Do not give that level of service to any of my other programs. Yeah, this is only available in the Facebook Ads Mastermind program. Okay, so if you want to book on the Facebook Ads Mastermind, yeah, the discount code, I'm just going to hop screens. This is the sign up page, yeah. The discount code is webinar50. So if you want to sign up, you will have to scroll past the proceed with installments, because that is only available for people paying full price. So you would add to cart, da, 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 the super fast Greek internet. Add to cart, view cart, and if you just popped in here, webinar 50, and that will knock you 50% off. Yeah, like I said, that offer will close tomorrow. Okay, and it's only available to people on this live stream or who said we're coming to the event. Okay, I'm not offering this offer publicly. Okay, so if you need the link to book, drop me a message on Facebook, yeah, and I'll send you it over. If you've got any problems booking up, just give us a shout and I'll get you registered. Yeah, once you've signed up, I will add you to the Facebook group where we host all of the live trainings. Okay. Hope you have found this informative if you're running events, yeah. And I will be running more live streams because I do love doing them when I get round to it. I've had some issues with internet and a broken MacBook recently, so I haven't run any very much lately. But I will be doing more Facebook advertising related live streams. I'm having trouble getting my words out today. So that's enough from me. I hope you've enjoyed it, and hopefully I will see some of you signing up for the Ads Mastery program, where I can help you a bazillion times more. Okay, I will speak to you all soon. Bye.